Power Automate to create a PDF. We're going to first create an HTML page using Word Editor, and then we're going to create a Power Automate to process the HTML into a PDF file. After doing that, we're going to store the PDF in the SharePoint library. So let's get started. So here inside the Word Editor, I'm basically going to do something very simple. I'm going to say this is my certificate of being of special people. Okay. I'm going to say proud of. I'm going to put my name there. Okay. So then I'm just going to centralize all this. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And now I can just save as HTML. So after my HTML is saved, I can basically just right click on this HTML file and I can open it. Okay, this is my generated HTML. So with my HTML, I can now create my automation, right? So I'm going to create Power Automate. I'm going to click on Create. I went to powerautomate.microsoft.com. Clicked on Create. This is a test. I'm going for the instant cloud flow called Create PDF. Manual trigger. Click on Create. I'm going to put a new step here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to have the HTML, right? So I'm going to use the compose. I could use initialize variable as well, but just going to use compose for now. Copy the HTML and I'm going to paste it here. So this is the structure of the HTML. I'm going to rename this, call it HTML. Okay, so here we have, for example, the name. I can replace the name, for example. I can use either compose, but I'm going to use initialize variable so you can see how it looks like, right? So I'm going to put this as user name of the variable. It's going to be type string. And I say this is Ramon123. I'm going to replace that inside my HTML. So I'm just going to remove my name. I'm going to put in the variable. Okay, so now we have the structure here of the HTML. I'm going to do the last step here, the first phase, which is we're going to use create file from OneDrive. OneDrive for Business. I'm going to select the folder path. I'm just going to put on the root of my OneDrive. The file name is going to be called my HTML.html, and the file content is whatever is coming from the HTML outputs, since the compose is the outputs. Just going to hit save, and I'm going to run the test right now. Test, manual, test, OneDrive for Business. Run flow. This ran successfully. If I go here to Portal Office, I can verify my file, right? So I can go, for example, to my content, and I can go, for example, to cloud files, and I can go to a folder here which is going to show the OneDrive in the cloud, and here we have it. I can click on the three dots, for example, and I can see what's here, right? So I can hit preview, I can see what's here within my OneDrive. I'm going to preview this HTML, and it shows here, right, with the variable name that we use. And this is just a simple HTML that we built here with the text editor, right? So going back here to the flow, now we can continue, and now we're going to generate the PDF, right? So we're going to do a new step. Just type in convert file, and we're going to choose convert file using path. OneDrive for Business, right? So I can select here the folder. I'm going to go into root, and I'm going to select my HTML. Target type is PDF, right? You have other types as well if you want to convert to a different type. In my case here, I want a PDF. So I can do a new step after this, which is to create this file inside SharePoint, right? So I'm going to put a new step. I'm going to search here for SharePoint. I'm going to filter here inside SharePoint. I'm going to filter for file. I'm going to select create file. I'm going to use a test site that I already have here. I'm going to use test. Folder path, I'm going to just select the document, share documents, and store in root. I'm going to call this my PDF. .pdf. And then the file content is going to be the file content from the convert file using path, right? So I'm just going to hit save. And we're going to run it one more time. Manually run. So now she created a file from the HTML that we had, right? So going here to test site, we have it open inside share documents. Set documents, right? So it already has a PDF file here for us. And I can do the same thing, right? I can do a preview of this PDF and see what's in there. So let's see what's inside the PDF, and we have it there, right? We have a very very simple to create the PDF here using Power Automate, and we can use this leveraging either configuration lists or populating values from items that we have within other SharePoint lists. So we can leverage this in many other fashions that you can imagine. So I hope you liked it, and happy hacking there with Power Automate.